Hi everyone, it's Thea here, just here to spill some more tea for you guys, and this time it is about how the British public and people from around the world are feeling that the UK government and the royal family are showing signs of fascism and they're fascist because of the fact that protesters were not allowed to really protest the King Charles's coronation, the one that just happened very recently. They were not allowed to protest. And I'm just going to get into why people feel this way. So people really feel this way because a lot of people have been arrested following the coronation of the King Charles from the royal family. So people were arrested for protesting, and they were just holding up signs and chanting, "Not my king." And there are so many videos circulating on social media of people like peacefully protesting. All they were doing is like shouting, "Not my king." And everyone was wearing yellow and t-shirts and signs that were in yellow and black saying, "Not my king." And they were basically the party, an organization that was made for the abolition of the monarchy. So they want to get rid of the monarchy. And basically, people in the United Kingdom have a right to a freedom of speech. And this was basically infringing upon their freedom of speech because they were told by the police. There's actually videos out there of people protesting, asking the police, "Are we going to be arrested if we protest against the coronation of King Charles?" And the police were like, "You can protest, but you may be arrested. You can, because you may be like in breach of like breaching peace or something like that." That's what I heard one of the police officers say to a member of the public who was protesting. And a lot of people were actually arrested for just protesting and saying, "Not my king," and holding up signs, which is basically fascism, is when you cannot kind of like, object to things that are going on in your country that your government is doing and that the royal family is doing. You do not have the right to say anything against the royal family, and you do not have the right to say anything against the government. And it's kind of like fear mongering, and it's kind of like giving me vibes of like dictatorship. And I feel like the United Kingdom, in my opinion, had always been a very fair and just like society, and now I feel like they're going backwards in time and people are not even allowed to have freedom of speech. That is like horrible in my opinion, and I feel like it's not okay. And I feel like it's great that these people were protesting because it's something they obviously believe in to protest against. And I feel like they should have been able to have the right to peacefully protest. There was no violence involved in any of these protests. Nowhere on social media, I have looked really hard, high and low, to find any kind of violence. And I could see nothing at all. So it makes no sense to me at all why these people were arrested, and I feel like they are right. That is fascism at its finest. And the UK government are kind of like forcing people to accept this man, Prince Charles, as their new king, King Charles, and not have any sort of like opposing opinion, which is wildly crazy to me. That people cannot just say what they feel about the situation. They have no rights at all in the United Kingdom to say what they feel about the situation because they are fearful that they may be arrested by the police, and it's not a comfortable situation. If you guys don't believe what I'm saying, feel free to look up on places like TikTok what really went down and how people were being arrested for just simply protesting the coronation of King Charles. It is horrific and sad that this went down because it is a violation of the British people's freedom of speech, basically. So I want to hear your thoughts on this particular subject. If you feel as though the British people were kind of like done wrong by not letting them have a freedom of speech, not letting them oppose the monarchy if they wanted to, and have their own voices heard and be arrested for this particular situation, or you feel like they should have been arrested for protesting the coronation of the king. I want to know what you all think. Also, just remember everything that I've said and heard in this video is alleged, and everything that I've said is my own opinion. So if you have any other video ideas for me, please let me know in the comments. And you can also DM me on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok, and let me know if you have any tea you'd like me to spill. Subscribe, like, comment, and share, and I will be back tomorrow with some more